someone
Over
can
here.
improve themselves,
Okay,
it's
okay.
better for them.
Thanks.
What are you doing with that?
So over here, when the formulation was needed for something, you actually got to see.
Try one of those, they're good.
You did a good there, Tony. I like them. I don't like mint though. But problem is,
That's really amazing.
I think it should be on. There's a lot of great stuff there.
They do a lot of great stuff, and it's completely converted.
No one comes to these meetings unless they got something to complain about.
Oh, they got the blame, I'm more of a stalker.
Wow.
So I'm on the other side of the blame.
August 19, 2021, at 7 p.m. at the Town Hall, 132 Kings Highway, Warwick, New York, or soon thereafter, as the matter may be heard. A complete copy of the introductory local law is available for inspection at the clerk's office and/or the Town of Warwick website, townofwarwick.org. All interested persons will be given the opportunity to be heard. Please take notice that the Town Board of the Town of Warwick will be holding a public hearing to consider proposed introductory local law number 5 of 2021, entitled Amend Chapter 116, Public Safety to prohibit smoking, including cannabis, on public lands. Said public hearing to be held on Thursday, August 19, 2021, at 7 p.m. at the Town Hall, 132 Kings Highway, Warwick, New York, as soon thereafter as the matter may be heard. A complete copy of the introductory local law is available for inspection at the clerk's office and/or the Town of Warwick website, townofwarwick.org. All interested persons will be given the opportunity to be heard.
All right, thank you. So again, as I mentioned to the public, all of these laws are related. So the first law would, under the regulations, the law that was passed by the state of New York, the actions local governments can take is to opt out of dispensaries and on-site consumption and/or on-site consumption. The legislation required that local municipalities make those decisions prior to December 31st of this year. If you didn't take action before December 31st of this year, you were precluded from taking action to prevent either or going forward. So we've done some research, the town board's discussed this, and we definitely wish to opt out of on-site consumptions. And the analogies I make is a dispensary is a pharmacy. An on-site consumption lounge would be similar to a bar or a club. We are not in favor at this time of allowing lounges or clubs or bars serving cannabis because the regulations that the state will adopt have not been written yet. So we want the option to opt out now, and later, if it becomes more of a norm that we're comfortable with the regulations, the additional issues of law enforcement, et cetera, we could then permit them at a later date and time. The dispensaries, we felt it was a much better for the public to have very specific locations where a dispensary pharmacy could exist that is licensed by the state of New York, selling products tested and licensed by the state of New York, as opposed to someone, since now marijuana is legal in New York, purchasing it on the side of a street or in a corner and getting a product that may be laced with other things they don't know about. We just felt it was a much better and safer choice for residents. Again, the state has legalized it. Every resident would be able to grow 3 plants for their own use at their home, or 6 per household. So it's not that it would not be available to an adult 24, 21 or older. We just felt that if it's going to be sold, it should be sold in a regulated, licensed facility. And what we've done is, to regulate that, we've created an overlay zone of our zoning. We have multiple overlay zones already. We have an aquifer, an agricultural overlay. This would be a cannabis overlay zone, and it's depicted on the maps that we have here, which will be on display here at Town Hall for anyone to look at. And it restricts dispensaries to 3 particular commercial zones in the town. the CB zone, which is the community business zone, which is primarily the area where the Price Chopper supermarkets are and the ShopRite supermarkets are out on 94. As well as the Merchant Square area where all the doctors and medical offices are. That would be a permitted location, as would be two or three other office industrial parcels adjacent to the CB zone on 94, one of which is already a hemp licensed retail establishment. The other provision in our zoning under this overlay, these dispensaries would need to go before the planning board and be approved, so there would be review of that. We can regulate the hours of operation, and they also are, it's prohibited to have one more than 1,500 feet or closer together. So you would avoid multiple ones in one location. So I think it's very limited, it's very pointed to the commercial zones, away from the areas that would be of concern, residents, schools, churches. And I think that just makes sense for the town as we go forward. So that's the purpose of local law number 4. And then local law number 5 deals with smoking in general. So currently in the town of Warwick, it is not illegal to smoke in a public place. There are state regulations about smoking in bars, restaurants, things like that. But the town, unlike some of our villages which have prohibitions against smoking in their parks, we never did that. So we are enacting and adding that to Chapter 116 of our code, which will prohibit smoking of any product, including cannabis, in any public space. So I think that that's a prudent approach to take, and I would hope that the board would support that local law as well as the other two. Again, by state law that they passed in March, we are precluded from regulating the commercial growing of cannabis, and also the personal consumption of cannabis. It is no longer illegal to possess in New York, and once they write the regulations, which they're estimating to be sometime in 2022, then it will be no longer illegal to use it, right, outside of your home. So I think we're trying to be proactive here, position ourselves to treat this respectfully as it should be. So that's the end of my discussion. I don't know if any board members have any comments at this point. So we're here to take public comment. If there is any public comment, we just need your name and where you're from, and we'll take that comment. I don't see any public comment. Is there any
Nope.
final issues from the board?
No.
Any concerns, Attorney Myro, with the legislation? You did peruse it for us. The only thing I would say is in the version that we printed out, that the clerk had printed out for me, I was remiss in including your two comments, which were really grammatical, which is changing licensing to licensure, I believe, and adding in section 5 that this local law is subject to a permissive referendum as governed by section 24 of the State Municipal Home Rule Law and in accordance with the Marijuana Regulation and Taxation Act of section 131. I had forgotten to give that to you, Madam Clerk, but I think that's a reasonable change to make in the local law. And that comes directly from the legislation, correct, Attorney Myro?
Correct.
Correct. So I will take responsibility for that, Madam
That
Clerk.
local law number 4?
That is local law number 3. And I have a copy that I will present to you upon completion. So seeing no other public comment, I would ask for a motion to close the public hearings on local law 3, 4, and 5. And I would reserve the right of the public to submit written comments for 10 days after the close of this meeting.
I'll so move that motion.
All right. Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. All right, thank you. We will take a quick break, a short break, and we will start the regular meeting at 7:30 p.m.
How do you turn it off? How do you turn it off, Jimmy?
because of my move. I'm gonna take morning with me, get the 3 bags from the site.
You want me to come to your place or just send the guys to take it?
No, you come yourself.
What is that ribbon you're gonna do?
This is for prostate.
Okay.
Still coming to meetings? I'm here. I see that.
You ready, Jimmy?
You ready? You put the sound on, Mike?
What's that?
Turn the sound on?
Ready?
You turn the sound on?
Turn
I
it on?
turned it on.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's try.
It's on.
Okay, let's call the regular meeting of the town board to order and ask you to please rise for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I ask the clerk to call the roll, please.
Supervisor Sweeten?
Here.
Councilman Gerstner?
Here.
Councilman Shuback?
Here.
Councilman D'Angelo?
Here.
Attorney Myro?
Here.
DPW Commissioner Esposito?
Here.
Police Chief McGovern?
Here.
Lieutenant Rader?
Okay, may I have the, a motion to accept the minutes of the regular meeting of July 15th and the special meeting of July 27th?
So move.
Second?
Any discussion or corrections? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed, motion carried. Correspondence is summarized on page 1, 2, and partially 3. I don't have any discussions of those. Does anyone else?
No.
Okay, then let's move into reports, and let's hear from Councilman D'Angelo.
Okay, good evening. The Town of Warwick Police Department had the following calls for the month of July. In the town outside of Greenwood Lake, they had 139. In the town proper, 521. At Pine Island, 237. The village of Warwick, 490. And Greenwood Lake Ambulance, 75, for a total for the month of July of 1,462 calls. Chief, do you have anything you want to add?
No, sir.
Thank you. Okay, the Warwick Valley Humane Society has expanded their senior program to help local senior citizens provide proper care for their pets. They're now offering services to make grooming and veterinary appointments, provide transportation and food as needed, and as listed on your pet's emergency contact. If you have no family to keep in touch with you, let's set up a check-in schedule. All you have to do is contact Humane Society at 845-986-2473 and let them help you. They've also had a Seniors for Seniors year-round program. The adoption is initiated in an effort to place older animals with people 60 years older and older as much better match for both. They waive the adoption fee except the $10 dog license fee. This offers pairing companionship, mutual affection, and purpose to get up in the morning. Senior pets lead less activity, but not no activity, and already house and leash trained, so a shorter commitment, and so grateful to once again have a home in their golden years. They currently have several senior dogs and cats for adoption. All are available to be seen on the website at wvhumane.org. They had a fundraiser last Saturday night, Jordan's Way. It was a huge success, and it's adding over $8,000 to their capital campaign fund for the new shelter facility. They're also participating in Clear the Shelters event to be held from August 23rd to September 19th. All adoption fees will be reduced for dogs, cats, and kittens during this event. They're having a fundraiser, the Animals Golf Fundraiser, to be held at Manson Ridge Golf Course in Monroe on Monday, October 24th. The Humane Society needs T-sign sponsors at $130 a sign. Businesses and individuals can contact the shelter for more information to help make a fundraiser a success. And currently they have 17 dogs, 29 cats, 46 kittens, and 5 rabbits, all available for adoption. And that's all I have for the Humane Society. The Town of Warwick Friendly Visitor Program this month, the number of neighbors helped was 45. The number of volunteers helping those neighbors was 33. And the number of total, the number of total business, it's a little hard to read here, but they had a total number of volunteer hours of 254. And if you're interested, they're having 2 training dates on Tuesday, September 14th at 6 p.m. and Thursday, September 23rd at 10 a.m. And if you're interested, you can find palm cards in the lobby with the telephone number 986-1124, extension 400. If you're interested in volunteering, or if you're a senior person or a sick person and you need help from them, you can get information at that number. And like I said, there's palm cards in the lobby. I'm sorry about that, but that's all I have.
That's
Thank
right,
you.
and it's free service to any senior in the town of Warwick.
Right.
So it's 986-1120, extension 400. Leave a message, time you call, then someone will get back to you. All right, Councilman Gershner.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. Just have a brief announcement here from All Peace. They're gonna be raising their rates on the video fees. And I'll summarize this in an effort to simplify video offering and customer bills. They'll incorporate the video fees that were previously listed separately on the customer bill. In an effort to minimize the impact on current video customers, customer will issue credits on the bill designed to offset any increase that would have otherwise occurred due to these changes. And any customer on initial acquisition promotional rates is unaffected until the expiration of their promotion, which is preceded 30 days in advance by a customer notice. The current monthly rate for standard pricing for broadcast basic is $24.99. The monthly rate for video is $34.98. It will raise to $35. The optimum economy, is $69.99. With the video is $79.98. It'll go to $85. The optimum core is $79.99. With the video is $100.45. It'll go to $105. The optimum value is $84.99. Go to $105.45. It's $105.45 for video. It'll go to $110. The optimum select is $94.99. Be $115.45 for the video fees. It'll go to $130. And the premiere is $129.99. The video is $150.45. We'll go to $155. And you can find that on the website. Any questions, you always contact Papa. And that's it.
All right, thank you. Councilman Schuback.
Little Corners Road replaced 80 feet of 18-inch culvert pipe. Townwide mowing, tree work, Jockey Hollow Road, and Venture Road, clean up fallen trees. Potholes wide high. Townwide fill with hot mix, that's needed. Repair, maintenance, that's needed. Emergency repairs, road signs, as needed. And Union Corners Park open, Cots Camp open, swimming, fishing pond area open. Duck Park open, Airport Road Park open, Woodland Park open, Pine Island Park open, Diamond Mar Water Park open, swimming with lifeguard duty. Van Stanley Park open, Village Greenleaf Park open. That's about it.
All right, thank you. Attorney Myro.
I have something to report.
Town clerk.
2021 for $5,936.09, and the fees paid out were $2,562.74. We have a bid proposal for grinding of the wood debris at the Union Corner of Town Park. The first is from Material Processors, Inc. for $12,000. The second is Allied Excavating, Inc. for $18,750, and we reached out to Warwick Sanitation, but he did not give us a submittal. The second bid proposal is to provide electrical services at Woodlands Park located at State School Road. The first was from Skyward Electric for $21,865. The second is from Chris Daly Electrical. Again, we reached out, but we didn't get any submittal. The third is JM Electric and Son Inc. for $17,748.22. And the last was to Jim Lashinsky Electrical, again, no submittal. That's all I have.
All right, thank you. Supervisor report. So the Community Preservation Fund receipts for July were $213,950.99. The fund balance is $5,154,308.94. Coots Camp update, we were able to work with the health department and with our parks people in Bill Row to get the pools open for town residents. Started a little after the beginning of August. Been a lot of use so far. We didn't charge residents this year just so they could see it and understand it. And so far, everyone seems to have enjoyed visiting that. So we'll have a plan for its use for next season and along with the rest of the park. Community Preservation Act extension. This was a home rule request bill. This was the second year we submitted it. It didn't get out of committee last year, but I want to thank Senator Martucci and Assemblyman Brabenec, who worked along with Assemblywoman Aileen Gunther to get the bill out of committee and to the floor of both the Senate and the Assembly, where it passed overwhelmingly. And prior to the governor getting into the dilemma he got into, he did sign the bill. So that extends the Community Preservation Act to 2050, which is a good thing for the town of Warwick. It will bode well for preservation of additional farms, a critical open space, and help also pay down the PDR debt that was incurred by the town of Warwick residents. So I want to thank them for that publicly. The Warwick Tech Park update is that all of the properties that were purchased by the Warwick Valley Local Development Corporation have been sold. And that park now will complete its redevelopment along with the public amenities, and that will hopefully within the next year complete the transformation of the former Mid-Orange Correctional Facility to a public park and a private economic development area. The senior barbecue is next Tuesday, August 24th. It's open to any senior citizen in the town of Warwick. And we hopefully will be a good day. We will have everybody spread out a little bit, and it's outside, so hopefully people will come out and enjoy it. We've got a lot of interest from seniors, and it is just a way to say thank you to the seniors in our community. The donations to fund it come from different organizations throughout the town, and we thank them very much for their support so that we can keep this cost-free to the seniors. Journal entries were done with the comptroller for the board's information. I did check each and every one of them, and they were all in order. Last piece that's not on here is that the county is holding a Senior Health and Fitness Day on September 14th. It's a Tuesday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Thomas Bull Memorial Park. It's for Orange County seniors, free, a lot of health information, cooking demonstrations, prizes, etc. If you want information on it, you can call Danielle Diana Smith at 845-615-3719, and we'll report on that again at our September meeting. That's the end of my report, and so I would offer privilege of the floor to any item that's on the agenda this evening. If you want to speak to the resolutions, yeah. So if you want to talk to your,
Yes.
so just come up, give us your name for the record.
Lisa Abramson, let me take this mask off. I don't even hear me. Lisa Abramson. The why you approach this mic?
Yeah.
All right, I want to start by saying good evening and thank you for this platform that you allow all the key holders and residents of Warwick. I think one of the major things that we see happen in life is that sometimes we're tested in more ways than one. Some of us go through cancer, and when we go through cancer, we don't realize how important family, friends, community is. So my journey wasn't an easy one. I found out in cancer by accident. I was one of the lucky ones. The lab made a good mistake. And then after that, there was a little mishap, but it got to me finally. So I started the New Year's being notified that I had what appeared to be prostate cancer. That propelled me into dealing with it under COVID. I realized how lonely you could be when you're facing something like cancer and being alone in the hospital because your loved ones cannot be with you. Prostate cancer affects 300,000 men. 20,000 men die every year. And as has been told by medical professionals, we're not curbing it. It's now 28,000 men are dying. We have men that are vets that are being succumbed by Agent Orange. We have men that are genetically. But it's one of those cancers where there's a stigma behind it. Many men do not say much about it or want to discuss it. But it's something that we have to move away from that, and we have to talk to our sons, help our fellow neighbor, because it is something that it has been our own pandemic on top of a new pandemic. Today I'm here to ask that we stand up for prostate cancer awareness, and that we have a proposal for a resolution, a declaration for prostate cancer awareness month on September, which is the official prostate cancer month. So I asked the town to become blue on the month of September to show the support for prostate cancer awareness, patients and survivors. The goal is to encourage the participants of prostate cancer awareness and to fundraise for the month of September. I have formed an organization called CHJI, Support Services Inc. We are members of a grassroots right here locally in Warwick and in other parts of the county. We give a once a month men's support group where we have an invite specialist doctor that comes in and talks about this very matter. We also have launched our newly going to be open food pantry for cancers in Middletown. We aim to help and provide support in services. We are a volunteer group. No one's getting paid. We all came together because we saw the need. The county itself has not enough coverage for this very cancer. There is not an abundance of men's support group. So all of that needs to change. And if men think that this is an old man's cancer, it's not. You can get it at 40, because I got it at 40. But it's better that you take a PSA test and know what you have going on than wait until you're 55 and you're metastatic. So, I would like the village to literally be decorated blue. To start looking into including stores, businesses, and participants, and to decorate with a blue color ribbon and decor in September. We hope that the town of Warwick, Supervisor Michael Sweeten, and the Mayor, Marco Newhart, will officially welcome Prostate Cancer Awareness Month in September with our involvement with CHJI Support Services, Inc. And I want to thank personally our town supervisor, Michael Sweeten, for coming to one of our first events that we held at Chester. It was a cruise for a cause. We had a nice showing. We had some elected officials, and we also had one of our senators, Mark Mancucci, which gave us great support as well. We had Ms. SQ Kelly, our county executive clerk, and it was a very nice time. We all had a very nice time. We supported each other, and we supported a very important cause. So, with that being said, we as CHI Support Services strongly believe that the entire town will be enthusiastically and throw their support behind the resolution. I personally feel it's just feels your heart and with joy to see people who care about this as much as I do. As per the American Cancer Society, I want to say that that has helped us and now has reached out to us, and also companies like Biomedical Science. I think that working all together as a community, we can come together and we can change. And we can come together and not leave men alone. And we need to support on passing this resolution. So thank you for this time. We have given out pamphlets. We are available on the web. It's chjiss.org. Our phone number is 877-245-4227. And you're welcome to give us a call. We do answer phone calls. Please allow us some time to respond, but our volunteers are here to help. So thank you again for this time, and once again.
And thank you for your effort, Louis. You've been a strong advocate, one of the founders of the support group, and you've been working tirelessly for this. So thank you for your comments. I'm going to jump ahead in the agenda and read the following. I make a motion to adopt the following resolution. Whereas each year approximately 175,000 men are diagnosed with prostate cancer in the United States according to the National Cancer Institute. Whereas men with relatives with a history of prostate cancer have a higher than average risk of prostate cancer. And whereas prostate cancer is the most commonly diagnosed form of cancer in men in the United States and the second leading cause of cancer-related deaths. Whereas 1 in 9 men in the United States are diagnosed with prostate cancer. African American men are 1.7 times more likely to be diagnosed with and 13 times more likely to die from prostate cancer. Whereas education regarding prostate cancer and early detection strategies is critical to saving lives and preserving and protecting families. Whereas over 3 million men in the United States are living with prostate cancer. Whereas all men are at risk for prostate cancer, and we encourage the citizens of Warwick to recognize the importance of prostate screening. Now therefore be it resolved, the Town of Warwick Town Board declares the month of September 2021 as Prostate Cancer Awareness Month in the town. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. There you go, Louis. All right, I would make the following motion. Whereas the Town Board of the Town of Warwick is considering adoption of a local law amending the Town of Warwick zoning law, text and map to permit adult use retail sales of cannabis under the New York State Marijuana Regulation and Taxation Act in the County of Orange, Town of Warwick, State of New York. Whereas an environmental assessment form dated August 18, 2021 was prepared to address the adoption of the local law. Whereas after comparing the thresholds contained in 6 NYCRR 617.4 and 5, Town Board has determined that the proposed action is a type 1 because it includes the adoption of changes in the allowable uses within any zoning district affecting 25 or more acres of district. Whereas after examining the EAF, the Town Board has determined there are no other involved and/or federal agencies in the matter. Now therefore be it resolved, the Town Board hereby declares itself lead agency for the review of the action, and be it further resolved that a determination of significance will be made at such time as all information has been reviewed by the Town Board to enable it to determine whether the action will or will not have a significant effect on the environment.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Motion on an event?
Motion to adopt a resolution authorizing the use of roads, no road closures, in the town of Warwick for the 34th annual Tour de Goshen to be held on August 22nd, 2021, pending approval by the Chief of Police. Application and certificate of insurance are on file in the clerk's office.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Motion on another event?
Motion to adopt a resolution granting permission for the Warwick Valley Chamber of Commerce to host their 26th annual Taste of Warwick at Warwick Valley Winery on September 14th, 2021, from 6 to 9 p.m., pending approval from the Chief of Police. Application and certificate of insurance are on file at the clerk's office.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. I make a motion to adopt a resolution to appoint Emily Bojosa as a lifeguard at the Coots Camp for 2021 season at a pay rate of $15.
Second.
She's younger, so she will help us be fully staffed through Labor Day, which is when the pool will close. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Motion on appointment to the Shade Tree Commission.
Motion to adopt a resolution appointing Connor Smith as a member of the Shade Tree Commission for a 3-year term to expire August 31st, 2024.
Second.
Any discussion?
Thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Motion on a request.
Motion to adopt a resolution granting Tracy Decker permission to serve alcoholic beverages at Union Corners Park on September 4th, 2021 for a family party. All New York State regulations, recommendations, and mandates must be followed in regards to COVID-19. Certificate of liability and liquor liability insurance is on file in the clerk's office.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Motion on a promotion.
Motion to adopt a resolution to promote Robert A. Morse from a motor equipment operator, MEO, to a heavy equipment operator at grade 7, step 21, pay rate of $37.01 per hour as per the CSEA contract.
Second.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. At this time, Chief, do you have a presentation?
I do. I want to introduce somebody. Earlier today, the Warwick Police Department retired our remaining canine, whose name is Nicky. He had been a police officer with us for 10 years, and his handler, Officer Halsey, is well known throughout the county as an instructor and very well respected handler. And tonight we would like to introduce his new partner. His name is Rocky. So, Kevin. So everybody can get a look at it.
He's excited, I see. Hello. Hey, Rocky, how are you?
You want to talk about what he is, how you got him, where?
Yeah, Rocky's about 15 months old now. So I got him from a friend over in Belgium. He's going to be trained in, he's already got through patrol school, and he's going to go through the explosive detection school in September.
Looks like a beautiful dog.
Yes, a lot of energy.
And we want to thank you because I know you put a lot of hours into the care and training of animals, not just for us, but other departments. And we're proud to have you on the department and doing this great job.
Thank you. I appreciate you coming out today.
Yeah, well, it was good to see Nikki get signed out properly.
All of this was the result of a grant that Kevin did a lot of work on. And not only did it cover the cost of the dog, but of a vehicle that's fully equipped to operate as a canine handler's vehicle. And he'll be off to school soon to learn how to detect explosives, et cetera, so.
Well, we look forward to long years of service from Rocky. He looks like he's anxious to get to work. So.
He is.
Or get somewhere, as long as you get somewhere.
15 months right now. Yeah, I've had him since he was 10 months, so,
Just get somewhere.
yeah.
He's a good boy.
So thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
That's fun. May I have a motion to promote a laborer?
Motion to adopt a resolution to promote Anthony Mann from laborer to a skilled laborer at grade 6, step 23, pay rate of $37.01 per hour, as per the CSEA contract.
Second.
Second, discussion, both of the two appointments or promotions were well-deserved. Bob Morris has worked for us for many, many years, does a great job in the Greenwood Lakes section of our town. And Anthony's done a super job stepping in as handling all the sign work that Paul Hudler had done before he retired, and many other things. So, good. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Motion to accept the bid proposal.
Motion to adopt a resolution to accept bid proposal from Material Processors, Inc. to grind brush pile from storm debris at the Union Corners Park in an amount not to exceed $12,000.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Motion to serve alcoholic beverages.
Motion to adopt a resolution granting Jane Belmont permission to serve alcoholic beverages at Wickham Woodland Manor on November 14th, 2021 for a family party. All New York State regulations, recommendations, and mandates must be followed in regards to COVID-19. Certificate of liability and liquor liability insurance is on file in the clerk's office.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Make a motion to adopt the resolution authorizing a refund in the amount of $300 for a withdrawn foundation permit for section block and lot 12443 back to Robert Nebel.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. I make a motion to adopt the resolution to accept the resignation of Kristen LaGrange as a part-time dollar bus driver effective September 4th, 2021.
Second.
Wish her well. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Motion on a resignation.
Motion to adopt a resolution accepting the resignation of full-time police dispatcher Michael Pasamano effective September 9th, 2021.
Second.
We thank him for
Thank
his
you.
service. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. I make a motion to adopt the resolution authorizing a refund, the amount of $400 for a withdrawn in-ground swimming pool application back to Deirdre and Jonathan Gaspari.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Motion on a special event.
Motion to adopt the resolution granting approval to Warwick Valley Winery to host the Day of Wine and Roses Grateful Dead Fest on August 21st and 22nd, 2021, from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m., pending approval by Chief of Police and proof of insurance. All New York State regulations, recommendations, and mandates must be followed in regards to COVID-19.
Second.
Any discussion? This is one of the permitted ones under the seasonal agricultural permit. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. I make a motion to reappoint Lawrence Moran to the Assessment Board of Review for a term of 5 years to expire on August 31st, 2026.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Motion on a special event.
Motion to adopt a resolution authorizing John Wright Jr. to host a corn festival on September 4th, 2021, from 12 noon to 6 p.m. at the Wright Family Farm located at 329 Kings Highway, Warwick, New York. Application and certificate of insurance are on file in the clerk's office. All New York State regulations, recommendations, and mandates must be followed in regards to COVID-19.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. I make a motion to adopt the resolution to accept the donation of 2 retired Warwick Dollar buses from Orange County for transfer to the Warwick Police Department and the Warwick Fire Department.
Second.
Any discussion? These are surplus buses that the county doesn't have any need for, and the 2 departments will use them. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. Motion to accept the bid proposal. I'm going to ask to table this resolution until next meeting, if that's all right with the board.
Okay.
I need to check a few things on that. Motion on authorization.
Motion to adopt the resolution authorizing the supervisor to sign an agreement with the Village of Florida for control of snow and ice removal on a portion of Glenmere Road for the 2021-2022 snow season at a cost of $4,000.
Second.
So this is for the stretch of road, the Glenmere Road that runs by the reservoir, the lake, between the village line and Chester, and it's a little town section of road that doesn't make any sense for us to do. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Make a motion out the resolution to order to repair, remove structures, tax map section 89, block 2, lot 8, whereas the building inspector of the town of Warwick has made a personal inspection of the structure located at 129 Hunt Drive, Florida, New York, designated as section 89, block 2, lot 8 of the tax map of the town, and is deemed the said structure to be dangerous or unsafe to the public as defined in chapter 67-3 of the Code of Ordinances and Local Laws of the town of Warwick. And such determination has been reported to the town board together with the report and recommendation of the town's building inspector dated July 26, 2021, which report concludes that the said structure is a hazard to the community. Whereas the town board of the town of Warwick, after reviewing said report and the building inspector's determination and recommendation to the town board, and having duly deliberated thereon, be it resolved as follows. Town board determines that the structure located at 129 Hunt Drive in the town of Warwick, designated section 89, block 2, lot 8 of the town of Warwick, tax map record owner being Madeline Guads, and last residing at 129 Hunt Drive, Florida, New York, is unsafe, dangerous, and unhealthy, and a fire hazard, and shall be repaired or removed by the said owner, such finding being based on the report and the recommendation of the building inspector dated July 26, 2021. And be it further resolved that a hearing shall be conducted to consider the affirmation of, modification of, or vacatur of this order. Said hearing shall commence on or about 7:30 p.m. on September 9, 2021, and shall be conducted at the Town Hall of the Town of Warwick, 132 Kings Highway, Warwick, New York. The attorney for the town shall serve notice of the said hearing together with this resolution and report of the building inspector to the owner of record of the said premise or persons having an interest therein. Proof of such service shall be delivered to the town clerk at or before the opening of the public hearing, and such notice of hearing shall be served on the record owner or owners at least 5 days before the commencement of the public hearing.
Second.
Any discussion? This is a property, it's a burned structure. Unfortunately, the owner at the time was deceased, and it has been, it's been secured once before by the town and placed on the tax roll, or the taxes of the property, but now it is to the point where it continues to be an extreme hazard, and we'll see if there's any estate or anybody responds to the notice of the hearing before we can act on having it taken care of and then put back on that property's taxes. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Motion to approve a special event.
Motion to adopt the resolution granting approval to Katie Rudy Tomzak to host a fundraiser car show on September 18, 2021, 9/19/2021 rain date at 580 Glenwood Road, Rhode Island, New York, and chief of police approval of insurance. All New York State regulations, recommendations, and mandates must be followed in regards to COVID-19. Certificate of liability and liability insurance on file in the clerk's office.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. I make a motion to adopt the following resolution. Resolved that the supervisor be and hereby is authorized and directed to execute and deliver on behalf of the town of Warwick a municipal agreement for the fiscal year 2021 community development block grants with the Orange County Office of Community Development. Be it further resolved that the supervisor be and he hereby is authorized and directed to execute and deliver on behalf of the town of Warwick a sub-recipient agreement for fiscal year 2021 Community Development Block Grant for Winslow Therapeutic Center. Further resolved, the supervisor being as he hereby is authorized and directed to take all actions and execute all instruments reasonably necessary, appropriate, or desirable to implement the purpose and intent of the foregoing resolution.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. May I have a motion to pay the duly audited bills?
So moved.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. At this point, it's privilege of the floor for anybody that has a concern or question. Just give us your name and, yes, sir.
My name's Rich Murray. I'd like to drop off to the town clerk a FOIL request for a receipt of sale or receipt of salvage for the lampposts that were illegally removed from the prison property.
Okay,
All right?
sure. Anybody else? Any other questions? Any comments from the board? We have a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Everybody have a great evening.
I'll take a look. Take a look.
Good.